Today we're going to take a look at Thriftcart's receipt tape report. To find this report, on the left side of your screen, go to Reports, Point of Sale Reports, and it should be the second on this list, listed as the receipt tape report. When you open this report, it's going to start by asking you to select your store location. So in this case, I'm just going to select the shop on Atlantic. And then you can also select a date range. I'll go ahead and select October 10th as my date for today. There's a bunch of other filter options that we'll cover shortly, but when I generate this report, you'll see that this report lists every transaction that has occurred on a single day. In each of these transactions, it'll show you the receipt number, it'll give you an option to display the original receipt, it'll show you who the cashier was, the time and date, and customer information if applicable. And then it will also list all of the items sold with the total sold amount and how the transaction was processed. And whether I'm running this for a single day or a date range, it's going to show me every transaction that applies to that date range. This is going to give a lot of information, but it's a good way to try and track down a transaction that maybe occurred accidentally, or if a customer needs to make a return but they don't have their receipt, you can find that transaction here. There are also a lot of filter options here on this receipt tape report. First, there's an option to filter by cashier. So if I just want to look at transactions that Corbin did, I can select his name, check this box here. I can also check when the cash drawer was opened. This is an optional feature that we can activate for you. Can also see just tax-exempt customers if I want to see only purchases where a tax-exempt customer was added into the transaction. Can also show sales with a customer ID. This is only going to display sales where a customer was added to the transaction. I can also type in the tender type. So here, maybe I want to put cash. And then to only show receipts that contain at least one of the following item IDs. So you can enter in however many item IDs you'd like to see which transactions contain that item ID. Then there's also a couple other filters showing all purchases as the default. We can also see purchases from e-commerce with Thriftcart's integrated online store. You can show only voids, returns, or refunds, show discounts. You can also generate a CSV file, and you can include customer contact information in said CSV file. So I'm going to generate this report with the filter of just Corbin as the cashier. We'll see the only transactions that show up will be the ones where Corbin is the cashier. No other cashiers will appear because we've set up this filter restriction. And again, this will have the receipt ID, so if you need to take this into the cash register to process a return, you can find that there. Or if you just need to reprint a receipt, you can click Show Original Receipt to pull up this receipt screen that you can then print on your receipt printer. If you have any questions with this, please reach out to us.